Hello everyone. So in this video we will learn how to add new Google contacts to a group from Google Sheets. So let us begin with a small example. So as you can see, this is my Google Sheet. Now the idea is that I'm going to add some details here and it will be reflected as a contact in Google Contact. Not only that, that person will be added a label and also added to a particular group. So as you can see, I'm working with a profile that is Stuart Brooks. So this is a profile. So the first name is Stuart, the last name is Brooks, this is the email, this is the company he works in, that is TCS. He works as a manager and this is his address, and let me just fill out the phone number. So this is the phone number of Stuart Brooks. So the idea is that Stuart Brooks will be added as a contact in Google Contacts. So let me just straight away take you to Google Contacts, and let me just straight away click on Contacts and let me just refresh this. So let's have a look. Do we have a Stuart? Okay, Stuart Brooks. Yes, we do have a Stuart Brooks. And this guy, Stuart Brooks, has been added to a particular group. And the name of the group is Database 101. So you must be thinking, how did I do it? How did I manage to send the data from Google Sheets to Google Contacts? So here I have used an integration and automation software called as Pabbly Connect that integrates Google Sheets and Google Contacts. Now the best part here is there is no need for coding skills or technical knowledge of these apps. So basically we are sending Google Sheets data to Google Contacts, but with Pabbly Connect you can send Google Sheets data to similar apps like HubSpot CRM, Salesforce, Zoho CRM, and so on. The process is almost the same. Okay, so in the new tab to begin the process, just type pabbly.com, pabbly.com, press enter. Okay, so this is the website of pabbly.com, hover on products, and here you will find connect. Just click on connect. So this is the landing page of Pabbly Connect, and as you can see, I'm just going to click on sign in to enter into this account. Now if you're beginning fresh, you can sign up for free. Okay, so let me just click on sign in. Okay, so this is the dashboard. Let me just scroll down and here you will find connect. Just click on access now. So at the top right corner, you will find a button, create workflow. Click this. A dialog box appears in front of you. It is asking you to give a name to this workflow. I'm going to give it as Google Sheets to Google Contacts. Google Sheets to Google Contacts. Of course, you can give any name according to your discretion. It's totally up to you. And let me just click on create. So when you click on create, you will find two windows, the trigger window as well as the action window. So what's the deal with the trigger window as well as the action window? So when we talk about automation in Pabbly Connect, it works on the concept of trigger and action. So basically it means when the trigger says this happens, the action says this should happen. So let me explain you. So when a new row is added in Google Sheet, that is basically a trigger. And the action is the data will be sent to Google Contacts. So I hope it is getting clear. So as you can see, we are going to build a workflow to integrate Google Sheets to Google Contact with the help of these two windows. Now you should know this, after I have built this workflow, I will add the link of this workflow in the description box so that you can clone it and directly access it into your account. Okay, so now in the trigger window, let me just choose the app as Google Sheet. Google Sheets it is. Now in the trigger event, how about we make it as new spreadsheet row? So new spreadsheet row is a trigger event. Now as you can see, we only have one trigger event, that is new spreadsheet row. But in case if you want more trigger events, approach the help section, click here, and you will be straight away directed to Pabbly forums. And in Pabbly forums, you can make a request that you want so and so trigger events. Okay, so you obviously thinking, why the hell are we working on incognito mode? Well, the answer is very simple. If you're working with Google Sheets and have multiple Gmail account, there will be some problem of authentication. So to avoid these authentication errors, especially if you have multiple Gmail accounts and working with Google Sheets, it is kind of obviously advisable that you work on incognito mode. Okay, so the gist is we are just trying to integrate Google Sheets to Pabbly Connect. So this is a new Google Sheet that I have built. Basically, it has the same columns that we have in the old Google Sheet. Now we have the first name, the last name, the email, the company, job title, address, as well as the phone number. Now remember this. Column G is our last data entry column. I repeat this again. Column G is our last data entry column. So what I'm going to do here is to begin the integration, just click on add-ons. So when you click on add-ons, you will find an add-on called as Pabbly Connect Webhooks. Now Pabbly Connect Webhooks is an add-on that I have installed in my Google Sheet. Since you're beginning fresh, Pabbly Connect webhooks might not have been installed. So first of all, just click on Get Add-ons. So when you click on Get Add-ons, you will find in the window Google Workspace Marketplace. Now in the search, just type Pabbly Connect webhooks. Pabbly Connect webhooks, this one, click this. Okay, so as you can see, Pabbly Connect webhooks is already installed in my system. Since you are beginning fresh, all you have to do is just click on this button and Pabbly Connect webhooks will be installed in your Google Sheet also. Now there is some important thing I have to mention. After installing this Pabbly Connect webhooks, do not forget to refresh your Google Sheet. I repeat this again, after installing Pabbly Connect webhooks, do not forget to refresh your Google Sheet. Let me just cancel this. Going back to add-ons, Pabbly Connect webhooks, just click on Initial Setup. So this is the window of initial setup and we have to fill the two fields, the webhook URL as well as the trigger column. Now to get the webhook URL, first of all, let's have a visit to Pabbly Connect and copy this. This is the webhook URL you want. Copy this and simply paste it here. Okay, so now we have to enter the trigger column. Now remember this, the trigger column is always the last data entry column. In our case, the trigger column is column G. Okay, so as you can see, column G is actually hidden behind this window. So this is something I have mentioned earlier. Column G was our last data entry column. That is why I'm going to mention the trigger column as column G. Okay, so all you have to do at this point is just click on submit. So the window disappears. There is some minor thing you have to do. Okay, go back to add-ons, Pabbly Connect webhooks, just click on send on event. So this will ensure that anytime column G is filled, it will keep sending on the data to Pabbly Connect. And as you can see, Pabbly Connect is ready to capture the data. Excellent. So how about we conduct an experiment? So we are going to enter some details. So we have the first name as Jeremy. Okay. And the last name is 𝗪𝗏𝗍𝗯𝗯𝗹𝘆. The email is 𝗪𝗵𝘆 𝗣𝗯𝗯𝗹𝘆@gmail.com. Okay, so that's the email. And the company he works in is, let's say, Tesla. He works in Tesla. He works as a manager. And his address is Coffee Street. And we are going to enter the last entry column, data entry column. Okay, so this is the phone number. Okay, so we have entered all the details of a person called as Jeremy Clark. We have the first name, the last name, the email, the company, the job title, the address, as well as the phone number. So the last data entry column, that is column G, has been filled. So basically the trigger has been rigged. So let's have a look whether Pabbly Connect has captured this detail or not. Yes. We have all the details. We have the first name as Jeremy. We have the last name as Clark. This is the email. This is the company. This is the job title. And this is the address, Coffee Street. And this is, of course, the phone number. Now also we have one more thing, that is row index 2. That is basically the row number, that is 2. Excellent. Now using all these details, we are going to create a contact in Google Contacts. And this is how you do it. First of all, you establish the action window. And here in the Choose app, let's add Google Contacts. Google Contacts it is. Now in the action event, how about we make it as create a contact, this one. And simply just click on connect. So we are going to add a new connection. So just click this and just click on connect with Google Contacts. Okay, so at present it is showing only one Gmail account. Okay, so this Google Contact is associated with this Gmail account. So I'm selecting this one. Now in case if it's some other account, you can just actually add the other account. And let me just click on allow. Now remember this, before you press allow, Pabbly Connect doesn't take any chances with your data. Your data is 100% safe and secure with us. So as you can see, we do have some set of fields. The purpose of these fields is very simple. We are actually going to create a contact in Google Contacts from the data that we have received from Google Sheets via Pabbly Connect. So let's start mapping. So we have the first field, that is the first name. And if you remember, the first name was Jeremy. So we are going to map this particular detail here. So let me just click here and let me just map the name Jeremy. So we are ready. Then we have the last name. So we just click on the first accordion. Okay. And we have the last name as 𝗪𝗏𝗍𝗯𝗹𝘆. Excellent. Now, since we have a problem of specifying the gender, we really don't know that. So how about we keep it as unspecified? Click this. Okay. Now we have email work. So we have only one email. So I'm just going to add it to email work. Okay. And then we have email home. I'm just going to simply ignore this. Then we have the company. So this is the company. So the company is Tesla. Then we have the job title as manager. Okay, so one by one I'm just mapping all the details. It's pretty much easy. Okay, and then we have let me just scroll down and let me just add the phone number. So how about I add the phone number in home, or no? How about we add the phone number at work? Okay, so that would be much appropriate. So this is the phone number for work. We don't have any data regarding the home or the mobile, but in case if you want more data, you just keep on adding the new columns. Okay, but we are quite sufficient with this data. Okay, and let me just scroll down, and in the address street, let me just add the street address. So this is the coffee street. Okay, so we don't have any data regarding the city, home, or the region. We're just going to ignore it. Similarly with the birth year, birth month, birthday, just ignore it. So at this point, all you have to do is just click on save and send test request to send or create a person in Google Contacts. So let me do that. Okay, so the response is a positive one. So let's have a look in Google Contacts. Let me just cancel this. So the name of the person was Jeremy. So let's have a look. Do we have a Jeremy? Okay, yes, Jeremy Clark. So this is the one. So as you can see, it is showing all the details one by one. And then we have the name. Excellent. So we have really added a contact from Google Sheets into Google Contact. Now we are going to add a label. Okay, so we want to add a label to this particular newly created contact. And this is how you do it. First of all, just scroll down and just click on this plus button. So it will create one more action window. Now in the choose app, let me just add Google Contacts once again, this one. Now in the action event, how about we make it as, let me just scroll down. Okay, let me just scroll down. Okay, so which one is it? Okay, add contact to group / label. This is the one we want. And let me just click on connect. Now we do have the choice of going with the new connection, but I'm happy with the existing connection, and we are just going to look for the recent one. So this is the recent one. Okay, and let me just click on save. So by default it is showing the group as database 1, and when we click this we will find some of the groups. So basically these are all the groups of the labels that is present in my Google Contacts. So for your consideration, I'm planning to create a new label. Okay, so let me just create a new label. So how about the label we go with Google Sheets data, and let me just click on save. Okay, so we have added a new label. So the idea is that since Google Contact is connected with Pabbly Connect, any variation that is brought in Google Contact will be reflected here. So the idea is that when I click on refresh, I can expect to find this newly created contact in the drop down. So yes, we do have the group or the label that is Google Sheets data. So yeah, we have mapped it. Now there is something else we have to do. Now as you can see, we have to map the details of the contact. Now if you may remember, the newly created contact was of Jeremy. And when the contact was created, we have the resource name. Okay, so this is a particular ID that was created when Jeremy Clark was added to Google Contacts. So this is that particular ID. So what we're going to do here is we have to map that particular ID here. And we have to make sure that that ID is a dynamic one. So to introduce a dynamic ID, we just toggle this to the right, remove this, okay, and just go to the second accordion. If you remember, this is the ID we want, resource name, and this is the resource ID name for Jeremy. Okay, so we are ready. At this point, just click on save and send test request to add Jeremy to a particular group, that is Google Sheets data. So what we're going to do here is I'm just going to click on Google Sheets data. So this is the label. So as you can see, no contact with this label. Let me just refresh this. Okay, yes, we do have Jeremy Clark. Excellent. So the presence of this contact shows that we have a successful integration between Google Sheets and Google Contacts with help of Pabbly Connect. Now you should know this, not just these two software, you can integrate multiple applications and automate your business with Pabbly Connect. So before you leave, let me just go back to Pabbly Connect and let me just explain you the whole mechanism one by one. So let me just minimize all my windows. Okay, so let me just minimize this action window, and let me just minimize this action window, this trigger window. So basically this is the whole process in a nutshell. First you integrated Google Sheets to Pabbly Connect, and then you have created a contact. Okay, after that you made sure that in Google Contacts after creating the contact, you have added a label or introduced this contact to a particular group. So now there's a perfect flow of data between Google Sheets and Google Contact. Now before you leave, let me just tell you, if you have any queries, contact us at admin@pabbly.com. Furthermore, if you like this video, please do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much.